Hello, and welcome back once again to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. So, today's episode. Oh, yeah, I should probably. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do that one another time. Uh, so, I'm actually ready to leave Ilium. Let's do this one. Master Thief Kasumi Goto has a problem. A ruthless arms dealer named Donovan Hawk killed her partner, Keiichi Okuda, and stole Okuda's Grey Box, a neural implant that stores memories and information. Kasumi has planned a daring heist to recover Okuda's Grey Box and has asked for help in pulling it off. Once this is done, Kasumi can dedicate all her attention to completing Shepard's mission. I must admit, there is a part of me that's kind of tempted to help Jacob first, just because his loyalty power barrier is very useful. Uh, like it's yeah, but it just gives some pretty solid um some pretty solid defenses. Let's see. Miranda's loyalty power is kind of garbage. Morden's loyalty power, I don't really care. Um, Grunt's loyalty power is really good, but I'm gonna tackle those two missions together. Eh, maybe Jack. Jack's got a good loyalty power too. A lot more useful than pull is, or push, or whatever it is. You know what? Let's do Jack. Change my mind. Let's do Jack first. Although, actually, come to think of because the reason I wanted to do nope, changed my mind again. Not so much because Kasumi has a great loyalty power. I'm pretty neutral on her loyalty power, if I'm honest. But there's a very, very good gun. Uh, Feynman, a hydrogen-methane gas giant. Feynman is of far less interest to the colonists of Bekenstein than its moons. All 24 are under heavy development by three rival firms: Poshachiri Heavy Industries, Guanghui Solutions, and the Dynamis Corporation. These three firms are under ironclad contracts to sell their raw materials exclusively to corporations based on or orbiting around Bekenstein, a situation which has led to heavy investment on Bekenstein from manufacturing corporations looking to get a piece of the action. Feynman itself has been relatively untouched by the mining concerns, as its strong magnetosphere and great dark storm cells create a barrier to all but the newest generation of scanners.
Probe launched.
And don't have to look for anything in asteroid belts anymore. Wheeler is a sizable rock planet. Its atmosphere is a hostile mix of hydrogen and carbon monoxide, which poses little hazard to remote robomining. Modern equipment can easily tolerate the planet's temperature and gravity. Wheeler's crust is rich in bauxite and other light metals used in fabricators the galaxy over.
Launching probe.
Thuft, technically named Thuft, Dutch for the head. Thuft is a dwarf planet with a moderate carbon dioxide atmosphere and rich deposits of Periclase. Originally put on the star charts when a human scout ship needed to discharge its drive core and wasn't able to reach the system's gas giants in time, Thuft has seen some development by Poshachiri Heavy Industries. Periclase from the asteroid can be found in common industrial products, such as industrial cable insulation and fire-resistant prefab housing walls.
Probe away.
Veltman, a hydrogen-helium gas giant. Veltman is home to the Koshiroten, enormous storm cells that appear as whitish spots and are visible as far away as Bekenstein. As with most other colonized gas giants, Veltman's orbital space sports a variety of helium-3 refueling stations for merchant vessels. Of particular note among the orbital stations is the Dynamis Corporation's facility for manufacturing metastable metallic hydrogen, despite the risks involved in manipulating the powerful mass effect fields needed to do so. Citadel warships, which use the substance in their thrusters, can frequently be seen docking at Veltman as a result. This makes the Boltzmann system one of the most heavily patrolled in Citadel space.
Probe away.
And, finally, Bekenstein. The recipient of the first wave of Earth's colonization efforts, Bekenstein's founders had a decidedly less agrarian plan than Eden Prime. The mission of Bekenstein's first colony was to become Earth's off-planet manufacturing base, ingratiating humanity into the galactic culture by producing needed good. Meeting with mixed success for the first generation, Bekenstein then leapfrogged its competition by producing high-quality luxury goods that went straight to nearby markets via the Citadel. Today, Bekenstein is known as the Humans' Ilium, a place where new money tycoons flaunt their wealth and the have-nots are rarely spoken of. Colony founded 2158, population of 5,425,000, capital of Milgram. So I want to note something about this. It is simply not believable that humanity was the first to colonize Bekenstein. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it is impossible to believe that. A habitable world that close to the Citadel, and the Asari didn't colonize it? The Solarians didn't colonize it? The Turians didn't colonize it? Like, no one... I suppose Turians would have to be careful with colonization because of the amino acid thing. But it genuinely defies all belief, all reason, that the Asari and Solarians have not colonized Bekenstein. It's impossible for it not to have happened. You know, thousands of years, they just left this habitable planet sitting there, unused? No. It's, like I said, I cannot believe that. Already
Probe
depleted.
launched.
Got a little bit of something. So yeah, it doesn't make sense. Alright. Should mention, this mission, very difficult. Very fun, but very difficult. As you may notice, Shepard and Kasumi are the only ones here.
Looking good, Miss Allison Gunn. Hawk won't be able to keep his eyes off you.
I assume Allison Gunn is my cover.
You run a small but talented band of mercs out in the Terminus systems. Precisely the type of person Hawk respects. I took the liberty of giving you a reputation. Papers, witnesses, article in Badass Weekly. Just don't start talking business with him, and you'll be fine.
At the time this game came out, there was a website called Badass of the Week, and the guy who ran that site was pretty thrilled at this shout out, because I mean it is a shout out to that website. So yeah, he was really excited that he got that little shout out in this game.
Remind me, what kind of man are we dealing with?
Hawk's a weapons dealer and smuggler. He killed my partner and stole his gray box. Other than that, he's not so bad. Rich, charismatic, willing to crack open a man's skull to get at the neural implants inside.
I like Kasumi's sense of
Take it
humor.
I'm wearing this getup for a reason?
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think? You look great. You should wear this stuff more often.
For the record, I do not look great. Though that comes down to certain awkward realities of how BioWare had to program Shepard. Had to give male and female Shepard fairly similar stances and things like that. So it's not really their. So it's it doesn't look great. You'll see.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
You have been waiting patiently. Our friend Hawk is throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself. Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You
Why?
can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a sidearm.
Why is
Once
Saren's
inside,
statue?
we'll make our way to Hawk's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, We case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up. Then we just
Hope so.
waltz into the vault and take back KG's gray box. And I'll finally get a chance to say goodbye.
You've worked really hard on this. KG must have meant a lot to you.
Was I that obvious? KG's gray box holds a lot of priceless personal memories. It's all that remains of who he was. But the secret he discovered is dangerous. I wouldn't bring you here if it wasn't.
I like Kasumi's eyes whenever they do the close-up on her face. Yeah, you catch just a little bit of light reflecting off them. It looks cool.
That's what I'm going for. This is our stop.
Yeah, Kasumi, you're looking at a place.
After you, Ms. Gunn.
Hold a moment, ma'am. There seems to be an issue with the statue.
Is there a problem here?
No, Mr. Huck. Just doing a scan.
I don't believe we've met. Donovan Hawk.
Allison Gunn. A pleasure.
Sir,
Friendly.
the scanners aren't picking anything up.
I don't think our guests would come all the way here from Ilium just to cause trouble. Do you? You may pass through, Ms. Gunn. You were invited after all, but I will ask your companion to remain outside. You understand, I hope.
Care to explain why my friend has to stand outside?
I don't like the look of your friend, so she stays outside. Simple as that.
No problem. You're the host.
Enjoy the party.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
Any idea why he'd send you away?
No, we've never seen each other in person, and no one knows what I look like. Just watching his ass, I'm sure. I can't blame him.
Hawk is voiced by John Ulyat, who does a lot of voices in this game. Just so many voices.
What do we do now?
We go on with the plan. You'll just have to do all the talking. I'll stay out of sight and stick with you the best I can. We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong.
So it didn't look too
We
bad
need
in
to
the
find the
cutscene.
door and case the security. We'll figure out the next step then.
Nice place. So, here's the dress. I feel like it kind of... I don't know. I'm being weird,
How
I'm
did you
sure.
ever contain that situation on Olive?
Oh, that? A quick application of force, a little pressure, and bam! Done.
Thank goodness. I thought those rabble would dog you for years.
And, oh, hey, random thing. The Cerberus Daily News. Hawk is actually mentioned in one of the articles. He's the sponsor of an installation artist's new art installation on Beckenstein. So, yeah, that was neat.
Some say Commander Shepard is still alive. Really?
Oh, please. It's wishful thinking, at best.
You're right. It's what a ridiculous notion. Alright, nothing moves from them.
What's your read on that Archangel guy?
I hear he's dead. Or gone, or something. Good riddance, I say.
I think probably that one. Dude's killing it. Just do a little bit more running around. Private Reams. No way we can sneak out of that party. The place is locked down tight, and Security Chief Rowe's in charge. No way Rowe would let that get past her. I'd rather stand around bored on guard duty than risk her wrath. Sorry. Samuel.
Chief Rowe, huh? She sounds like a hard ass. If we could tap into the guard's communications, I could probably use this information.
Very nice view. Beautiful skyline in the background there.
I hear Mr. Hawk's vault is exquisite.
Who could know? He never lets anyone near it.
Say, what's that over there?
Hawk's bedroom, I believe.
Wow, who's his architect? This is a very impressive place.
Or a very large one, at least.
Just seeing if there's any more conversations to eavesdrop on. Doesn't look that way. Oh, what's a pretty lady like you doing all by yourself? Nobody mind me.
Very nice. There's more here than I expected. Password-protected voice lock, kinetic barrier, DNA scanner. Looks like an EX700 series. Everything a vault needs to be impenetrable.
This gonna be a problem?
Please, remember who you're talking to. We'll need to
Confident.
get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat up Hawk for that. We'll have to find a password too. DNA, child's play. We should find plenty of DNA samples in Hawk's private quarters. And the barrier? Cut the power. Never fails. If we can find it. KG could get through a system like this in his sleep. And I'm better. Let's get to it.
Alright. Handle that later. Let's start with the voice sample.
There he is. All you need to do is keep him talking long enough for me to get a voice print. Pull out the charm on this one, Shep. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, that didn't look awkward at all.
After you.
Miss Gunn, good to see you.
There's
That
the
scene at
handshake.
the door hasn't soured your evening, I hope.
I understand the security, but who would dare try to break into Donovan Hawk's home?
Gunn, in our line of work, we attract a certain element. Few understand the pains we take to keep the barbarians at bay. People these days want comfort, entertainment, love. They don't see that the galaxy is fragile. They only have to worry about simple luxuries. Why? Because people like me and you are doing the terrible things that keep the galaxy spinning. This party is for us. The cleaners. The support structure for the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace. May there always be a market for the things we do.
Hell of a speech. That was easy.
I said get him talking, and you got him talking. We've got enough of a voice sample. Let him go.
Enjoy the party, Miss Gunn.
Once we find the password, we can get past the voice scanner.
So, in view of a half dozen people, like right beside me, another half dozen across the hall, and very near to Donovan Hawk himself. Sure.
That door goes to a security room. I'll take care of the lock. There we go.
Nobody mind me.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, she lets me handle this one myself.
You can't be back here.
Take him down.
Here they come. I have an idea. See what you can find.
And I didn't even have to fire a shot. Found that. Found a bunch of credits. So this is from the game Mass Effect Galaxy. And yeah, that seems like a pretty accurate look at what Krogan are like, honestly. Nance, I have that problem too. So many passwords around here, I can't keep them straight. The password for tonight is Perugia, so it's not even that easy to remember. It's no big deal. The voice scanner means the password's only useful to Hawk anyway. After this party, want to grab some beers? Let me know. Samuels.
Got something?
The password is Perugia.
Huh. That's the name of the man who stole the Mona Lisa. Nice. I tapped into their communications. Maybe it'll come in handy. Now, I just take the voice sample we got from Hawk and... got it. Now we can crack that voice scanner.
Cool. And I guess we just have to hope that no one noticed me coming into this room. Because it seems like it's probably a little bit on the suspicious side. Nothing to say. Nothing from any of these losers.
Mr. Hawk's private rooms are off limits to guests without security clearance.
I have clearance to go in.
On whose authority?
I have authorization from Chief Rowe.
Okay, 1 second. Chief Rowe, Samuels. Have you given access authorization to Mr. Hawk's private rooms?
They have access, Samuels. Now stop bothering me.
Got it. Sorry to bother you, ma'am. Okay, you're clear to go in.
Enjoy the party.
That was easy. The other way to get in, you'll remember that there was that ledge overlooking that looked at the apartment. So you would climb over that ledge, take out those 3 guards, and break in that way. I've literally never done that route. Because, like, why would I bother? Yeah, I think that's the ledge there. So I guess you'd probably break this window.
Look for anything we can get usable DNA from. Just make it quick and quiet.
It's clean.
It's a plant.
Hey.
No hair, no skin flakes.
The housekeepers must be thorough. Ha! Found a sample?
No, credit shit.
1 credit.
Not a great saliva sample, but it's still useful. We're going to need more than this for the scanner, though. No DNA, but... Looks like Hawk's been trying to crack KG's gray box. Looks like he's missing something. He hasn't cracked the encryption yet. Empty. Too bad. A cigarette butt would have been a good source.
Good morning. Time to wake up.
Sorry.
If you broke in, then the alarm there... Bunch of pigeons. The alarm there summons some more guards. Hey there, boys. That guy leaning up against the... I think that guy's leaning against the barrier there.
The cleaners don't dare touch treasures like this. We can get some skin cells from the dust. It's probably contaminated, though. We should find another sample.
Alright, and that leaves really just one more place to look.
Holographic interface. Won't find a sample here.
Okuda Decryption Project Update. Little progress to report. We have now completed dictionary attacks using words and phrases from 4,800 galactic languages. Research into the Okuda family has not produced any matches. It is unlikely that a random brute force approach will produce a result within our lifetimes. Given the nature of the Grey Box technology, it's possible that the decryption key may not be a password at all. It could be a memory, an emotion, even a smell. The permutations could be infinite. I suggest that we begin investigating alternative methods for breaking through the security on the box.
We can probably get Hawk's DNA off the datapad. He seems to have obsessed over this. That should do it. Let's get out of here.
Wonder if I can still climb down and kill those guys. Nope. Alright, so we're almost done.
Hawk throws a hell of a party.
Yes. I'm not too pleased with the caliber of people he's invited, though.
Okay.
It looks like the barrier's power cable runs under the floor here. I'll set your Omni tool to scan for electromagnetic fields.
Alright, I'll follow it this way. Actually, it might be this. I actually know exactly where it is, but I'll follow it as though I don't.
One sec. That should take care of the barrier.
And hey, no one saw.
That got it. The barrier's down.
DNA identification affirmed. Welcome, Mr. Hawk. Password required.
Perusa.
Voice ID accepted. Welcome, Mr. Hawk.
There we go. Easy peasy. Everything went
I'll check for
exactly
security cams. Go ahead and get dressed.
I got dressed quickly. Am I still wearing the dress under there, I wonder? No point changing my weapons. Especially because I'm about to get a very, very good one. Very nice.
So this is Hawk's vault. Very nice. This scanner will hone in on the gray box. It's not far. Creepy.
Yeah, you have no idea. I was there with them when there were a bunch of them.
I could still get money for something like this, even outside the Alliance. Asari go nuts for this sort of thing.
Interesting. He's got a replica mass relay.
Michelangelo's David. Just... wow. Think we could get this out through the door? This is nice. Oddly relaxing.
You say so.
Wow. Imagine that thing coming at you in a dark alley.
This is an ogre from Dragon Age Origins, which is, of course, another BioWare game.
A model of the Kara. It's like a Turian Titanic, the way I hear it. Hawk has good taste. I'll give him that.
That is a nice statue. I like it.
Doesn't look like much, but that might be one of the most valuable pieces here. Turian art is rare outside of Palavin. For good reason, I say.
Yeah, I don't really get that one.
Ugh. Rachni Queen. I guess everything's valuable to someone. This looks like Quarian script. Wow. This has got to be old. When was the last time the Quarians wrote on stone? I feel like its eyes are following me. Yikes. That's impressive. Not sure what it is, though. How did Hawk get Lady Liberty's head? Damn you, Hawk!
That line is almost certainly going to be a Planet of the Apes reference. I will get to the codex entry in just one moment.
That's a Casa Locust. No, the Casa Locust. The gun that killed 2 presidents. Gorgeous. It even comes with a perfect copy, too. I'm sure Hawk won't mind if we borrowed these.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, the Locust is far and away the best sniper rifle in the game. Legitimately one of the best guns in the game. Anyway. Oh yeah. Gray boxes. A mnemonic neural recall stimulator, also known as a gray box, is a device implanted in the brain to assist and prioritize memory. Originally developed to slow progression of Alzheimer's disease, gray boxes function by helping the amygdala chunk incoming stimuli into recognizable pieces for memory consolidation. Each memory is assigned a shape or sensation from other memories, tying the concepts together into a block that is more easily recalled. When Synthetic Insights first released them onto the market in 2140, gray boxes were hailed as a way humans could level the playing field between themselves and the Solarians, whose natural eidetic memories gave them an advantage. However, because the implant procedure of a gray box requires the brain to irreversibly shift its workload over to the machine, software bugs or attempted removal of the gray box for maintenance purposes could lead to incapacitating brain damage. For this reason, gray boxes soon became used only by those with a dire need for photographic memories, such as researchers and spies. In 2175, sale and implantation of gray boxes were outlawed by the Systems Alliance following an incident with Abraham Rumway, an employee of the Alliance Intelligence Agency. Rumway was believed to be a professional conman and thief named Keiji Okuda, who accessed and sold classified data. However, prosecuting attorneys were unable to use his assisted memories as evidence due to the Alliance court system's prohibition against self-incrimination, based on the Fifth Amendment of the old U.S. Constitution. Rumway soon disappeared off the map following his trial, further heightening suspicions that he was Okuda and living off of ill-gotten gains. When found outside a human head, gray boxes are usually accessed with a specialized reader. A separate decryption key is almost always required, as users with data sensitive enough to require a gray box invariably install their own encryption. Casa Fabrication's Locust, the gun that killed 2 presidents, is the infamous legacy of the Casa Fabrication's Model 12 Locust. Originally created for the Systems Alliance, who wanted a lightweight weapon for high-gravity worlds, the Locust was designed to overcome the limitations of traditional submachine guns at long range. With bullet velocity of modern weapons already pushed to the limit, the Locust designers sought a way to improve accuracy through reducing weapon kick. They created an internal floating bed that absorbs the gun's recoil with minimal jarring of the gun frame itself. The barrel, magazine, chamber, and operating mechanism all move within this bed, which absorbs shock with springs and buffers. This creates a platform stable enough that the Locust can use auto-targeting software usually reserved for match-grade weapons. The Locust's lethality on shielded targets has been amply demonstrated. In 2176, a Virginian patent clerk named Michael Moser Lang brought a locust concealed in a shoulder-mounted video camera to a photo opportunity between Enrique Aguilar, President of the United North American States, and Chinese People's Federation Premier Yang Jiang. At a distance of about 25 meters, Lang pierced the kinetic barriers covering the stage with the first burst, and when Jiang heroically tackled Aguilar to remove him from the line of fire, Lang's succeeding burst went through the Premier's body and fatally wounded both men. Donovan Hawk's collection contains 2 antique ivory-handled locusts, modified to take thermal clips. A detachable data drive rests in the lining of the box, containing Omnitool specifications for fabricating copies. A quick trip to the extranet reveals one of the weapons has the same serial number as Lang's original. If it's a fake, it's extremely well made. And again, something silly. If you've got an antique gun, or if you've got a gun that's historically relevant, you don't modify it. Frankly, if you have damn near anything that is historically relevant, you're not going to be modifying it. Because that defeats the whole purpose of preserving historically relevant items. So, they threw that in to justify it using the same thermal clips as every other gun. But it doesn't make sense from an in-universe standpoint. And it's always a shame when things are done for gameplay purposes that end up making no in-story sense. Lady Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was the target of several terrorist attacks over its 210-year lifetime. But in 2096, a motley group called Freedom's First finally brought the statue down. Protesting the induction of Canada and Mexico into the United North American States, the New York chapter of Freedom's First wanted a symbol that they would secede from this new union if necessary. In the early morning hours of November 1st, they smuggled small arms and 15.5 tons of high explosive onto Liberty Island. Shooting or capturing the guards, they planted the explosives under the pedestal and detonated them at 7:37 a.m. The statue crashed to the ground in pieces, unexpectedly killing 4 of the Freedom's First terrorists. The remaining team members were apprehended after a long manhunt, but the damage was done. The outrage at the secessionists kindled the fires of the Second American Civil War. On November 4th, President Caitlin Chung signed an executive order to rebuild the statue. Approximately 1/10 of the steel beams and copper plating from the destroyed statue was recovered and used in creating the new one. The original's head was put on display at the National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C. It remained there for 2 years until the Battle of Washington. During heavy shelling by secessionist forces, the head disappeared. A new statue was completed in 2101, and the fate of the original pieces was left for speculation and pulp novels. Interest flared up briefly in 2159 when photos surfaced of the head in the cargo hold of a star freighter, but by that time, human media were far more concerned with the future. In the face of humanity spreading out among thousands of new planets, a statue titled Liberty Enlightening the World seemed small and quaint by comparison. I can understand that, but it's... Lady Liberty is a pretty notable symbol, Bekenstein, more glittering than diamonds, more expensive than surgery, is how travel agents describe this planet behind closed doors. Given the opportunity to colonize planets after the First Contact War, the Citizens Alliance chose Bekenstein to be their trading arm, producing goods to be sold on the nearby Citadel. Cracking the vast galactic marketplace proved difficult. The first human product sold on novelty alone, then lack of demand hit Bekenstein's economy hard. Only in the second generation of colonists did the planet find a sustainable niche in high-quality entertainment and luxury goods. Once brand awareness sunk in, aliens flocked to Bekenstein's many spaceports. The planet today boasts more millionaires and billionaires per capita than any other human colony. Though its crime tends to be white-collar and non-violent, Bekenstein is not without its dark side. Both its suicide rate and inflation are extremely high compared to other worlds. Unemployment is artificially low because few people immigrate to the expensive planet without having a job lined up, and the cost of living is so great that unemployed workers typically leave for kinder planets after just a few months. Those who stay see themselves as tougher, sharper, and more skillful than the rest, as well as capable of getting respect and employment on any lesser planet. As a popular song says, if you can make it on the Beck, you got 'em by the neck. Alright, all that, and now to continue the mission.
God. There it is.
Don't bother, Miss Goto. It's code-locked.
Ooh, nice giant head hologram.
I had a feeling that was you at the door. I knew if it was really you, you'd get through anyway.
You know me. I don't like to disappoint.
I need what's in your grey box, Kasumi. You know I'm willing to kill you for it. I'll admit your skills are impressive. You got into my vault like I'd left it open, but you're still going to die, screaming. Just... No!
Have I got your attention?
Yeah. Don't ignore Shepard.
Kill them!
Here they come.
Switch up.
Now you see me.
I see them. Burn, bitch!
Ooh. Nasty language, Miss Rowe.
Checking blueprints. There's a landing pad to the east. Let's get out of here.
Joker, bring the shuttle in, now!
So yeah, that bit seems a lot harder than it actually is. Oh. Could use some more... Alright. And you can choose to swap out your weapons again if you need to.
Get ready.
Taking cover.
The good thing is it won't come any closer, so... Yeah, that will clear up some space. For some reason I thought I had more ammo. But even so, it is still a very good gun. Being DLC and all.
The ramp of the vault. Seal them in.
Damn it! We have to find another way.
Piece of cake. Just needed to do some exploring, make sure I haven't missed anything. Jeez, they're all so easy now. If Hawk was smart, he'd wake up all these things.
There they are. There they are.
So I was just amused at the way the guy flew.
Grab and cover.
Going silent.
The good thing about warp is that it can go around corners. You have to sort of aim a bit in order to get it, but...
Here we go. Need some cover.
That got it.
Don't let them out of there with more property.
Okay, so that was risky. I should have cleared more of them out before I did that, but... I mean, you saw how fun that was. You saw that big boom taking out a whole bunch of them all at once. is that? Are these missiles? Again, just a whole bunch of mechs. Dozen mechs, and they're just sitting there.
Kill Allison Gunn. Bring that girl to me.
Taking fire.
Focus! Look out!
I didn't get the,
Going dark. Can't do it.
I didn't get the nuclear, explosion. I love when I'm able to make them go nuclear. It's just so satisfying.
Don't fight me, Kasumi. You know what happened to your boy Todd when he fought back.
You don't talk about Keiji like that. Murderer! Weakening their attack! Focus! Contact. Going silent.
My shields are down.
Going dark. Can't do that right now.
Can't do it because I already did it. See, there's a lot of enemies. And,
This is valuable.
Tech damage! Useless to me as a biotic. Pretty sure there's nothing else for me to pick up. Pardon me, Kasumi. We are almost out of here.
Easy. I'll take care of this myself.
Going silent. sharp. Down you go.
I like the layout of this level. There's yeah, a lot of places to go, a lot of ways to flank enemies. A lot of places that enemies pop up from. It's yeah, it's laid out in an interesting manner, and playing through a garage now, it's and I believe I am pretty much done with Hawk's. Yeah. So this is me done with, well, not quite. This is me done with being inside. Now I get to go outside, where things get a little bit more intense. Carrying an assault rifle that I don't actually carry because I'm...
Incoming!
That's a shame.
Could have done this the easy way, Gojo.
Allow me to show you the hard way.
Look left. Can't get there.
Got no shield!
They're to our left.
Lay down your weapons.
Gunship back and with full shield. If I can get to the ship, I can take down the shield.
What did you tell your friend, Kasumi? You're doing this for love?
Shepard, I need a clear path to the gunship. Take out these guards. Up ahead! See that?
Hi, guys.
Clear out the guards. I'll take out the shields.
Ah, here we go. Now this
Got a clear shot.
is
Here we go.
ridiculous. Awesome. Utterly ridiculous.
Shields down. Let's tear that thing apart.
That is some ridiculous anime bullshit, and I love it.
Even if you... escape and scour the galaxy for you.
See that?
Secure my shields!
Now you see me.
Man, do you see how much damage that warp did?
Look straight. Get ahead. Going silent.
There we go.
Careful, men. What the keeper brings face death.
Going dark.
Hostile contact!
I love when they just randomly go flying. Oh, and here's the shuttle. Nice timing. Sure would have been handy if I had some sort of ship I could call in that had guns on it. But I suppose that's too much to ask for. There it is. I mean, like, the Normandy couldn't have come down? You know? The Normandy itself couldn't have come down and just blown the hell out of the thing? All this for that little thing.
Kasumi, if you're seeing this, it's because I'm dead. The information we found is all here. It's big, Kasumi. If the Council ever got wind of this, the Alliance could be implicated. Kasumi, I encrypted the information to keep it safe. And I uploaded the encryption key to your gray box, so no one could get the whole package. But if I'm dead, and if anyone knows about this, then I've made you a target, my love. I'm so sorry.
Keiji.
I don't think she
know
minds.
you, Kasumi. You'll want to keep these memories forever. But you don't need some neural implant to know I'll always be with you. Please. Kasumi. Destroy these files. There's nothing more I can do to protect you.
I can't do that. This is all that's left.
Goodbye, Kasumi. I love you.
Keiichi there was voiced by Brian Bloom, who also voiced Char, the poetic Krogan. Also voiced the Mad Prophet, Batarian, on back on Omega.
Is there any way we can just destroy the information?
No. Keiji's a master at encrypting files. He laced the information into his memories. You can't get one without experiencing the other.
You heard him, Kasumi. He'd want you to destroy the information and save yourself.
I know. I can't. This is all that's left of him.
Yeah. Poor Kasumi. It's clear that they had a really close relationship, and clear how much she loved him. So it's very sad. And I can understand why she can't do it, so...
If it's easier, I could do it for you.
Okay. Just get it over with. Please.
Not gonna force her to do it. How far out was the Normandy? So the achievement you get for completing this is Broke, Blind, and Bedlam. Probably a reference to Ocean's 11. At one point, explosive expert Basher is supposed to take down the power so the heist can take place. He asks, do you want Broke, Blind, or Bedlam? And Danny Ocean says, how about all three? So, probably a reference there. Anyway. The heist was successful. Keiji Okuda's gray box was recovered, and all information contained within was destroyed. Donovan Hawk was killed in the destruction of his gunship. Kasumi is loyal. Didn't get a level. Flashbang grenade. A disorienting concussive charge is thrown that inflicts minor damage and incapacitates all nearby targets. Not great. New outfit. I'll show that in a minute. Locust, designed for longer range encounters than a standard submachine gun, the Locust is a highly accurate model with an infamous history. Damage, whatever. Oh. Credits found. 30,000 and 1. I love that they threw in that extra 1. Alright. So let's take a look at her new outfit. Much more colorful. I like her alternate outfit. Hey. Alright. Glad you're okay. From Kate Bowman. Shepard, I called in some favors and found out how to get you and what... Huh? I called in some favors and found out how to get you and what you're working on. We've got a big celebration planned for the anniversary of you and the others saving Terra Nova. Last year we added a memorial for you too. I guess that was premature, huh? I figure finding out who's attacking colonies is why you had to go undercover, so I won't invite you to come give a speech or anything. But I wanted you to know that all of us living on colonies are worried about what's happening in the Terminus systems. And I'm really glad you're there to help. There's a lot of crazy military talk going around. I'm glad someone's there who's not going to take the easy way out. Thanks, Kate Bowman. You remember her? She was the, one of the hostages that the Batarians took on asteroid X-57. I wanted to go give a speech. I forget who I had with me in my party when I did that one. So I can't remember if either of them are available. Thank you again. From Martin Burns. Commander Shepard, Udina said this would reach you. I wanted you to know that I haven't forgotten what you did for me the day those crazy biotics took me hostage. You talked them down, and you got me off that ship alive. I won't lie to you. I took this job for the pull and the power. I saw the biotics issue as a stepping stone, something good to put on my resume. And I was wrong. We all serve humanity in our own way. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to see to it that humanity reaches its potential with a minimum of bloodshed. I'm getting letters of thanks from L2 Biotics who just received their reparations. Those letters should really be coming to you. I just thought you should know. Good luck. I've taken some political heat, so I don't know that any offer to help you would ever be useful. But if you need me, I won't let you down. Martin Burns, Chairman, Subcommittee for Transhuman Studies. Again, you probably remember him. He was taken hostage on a ship by some biotic extremists who wanted reparations for biotics with the L2 implants. I'm glad to know that he has become a better person. He has. He's a better person. Still alive. From Detective Anaya. Greetings, Commander. I'm not completely sure this will get to you, but thanks again for helping me deal with Samara. The Eclipse mercs have gotten real quiet around here, and my superiors are backed off too. No idea if the two are related, but hopefully the next time I meet a Justicar, I can give her the respect she deserves. I still can't believe I worked a case with one of them. You're a lucky human. If I find any more data on our target, I'll pass it along. Thanks. Detective Anaya, Alien Law Enforcement.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Gonna have to go up to my... Damn it. Gonna have to go up to my quarters again to change out of this damn dress. You got anything else to say?
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Garrus received some news that put fire in his eyes. Maybe you should speak with him down in the main battery. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything. Commander, I think you'll want to talk to Garrus.
Yeah, you just said. I'm going. First up, Samara.
Shepard. I wanted to check in. I am always happy to talk with you. I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
How does that gesture translate to sit down?
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There are only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us. And the training has a high casualty rate.
Clipping
in there. It is a
there.
life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Every situation?
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
Cheerful.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
Oh. She's read up about you?
You know about knights-errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
I really like her
What did your
description.
studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
I really like that description. If there are 3 humans in a room, there will be 6 opinions. That's right.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
Yeah. Shepard's glitching through herself.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
Solipsism, as an aside, is the idea that the self is all that can be known to exist.
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately, I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
Birth trauma. Interesting way of putting it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
A curious belief. Very interesting. Not sure that it is a way of dodging responsibility the way Shepard implies. It's simply a different idea of responsibility, really.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
Not flirting. I'm still loyal to Liara.
This crew is pretty diverse. You must have something in common with some of them. Get out of this room and talk to them.
I shall consider it. I won't keep you.
I really, really wish that we got to see interactions between the crewmates in this game. Because they're the whole point of the game. The dirty dozen that you put together, that is the point of the game. And yet, for the most part, they never feel like the fact that they never interact means that it doesn't feel as much like a close-knit team as I would have liked. I understand they had limited resources, limited time, and a dozen characters. Some of whom can be skipped entirely for recruiting. I think 7 of them. Yeah. 7 characters who can technically be skipped from being recruited. Technically. So you can have really any combination of that dozen everything. It would have been tough to work out scenes of, say, Thane and Garrus hanging out. But it would have been so good and would have made the team feel so much more cohesive.
There you are. I really appreciate your help with the Hawk heist. I know why we had to destroy Keiji's gray box, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I have to say, that Jacob? He seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania.
Well, she's getting over her heartbreak quickly, it seems. Alright, Garrus.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help. You remember Sidonis, the one who betrayed my team? I found a lead on him. There's a specialist on the Citadel, name's Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonis was seen with him.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying, an eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure. I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
What happened? How did Sidonis betray your team?
He tipped off the mercs, told them where our base was. He drew me out with a false job, then let the mercs hit my team. My men weren't prepared. They tried to hold them off. By the time I got back, there were only 2 survivors. They didn't last long. All 10 of them dead. Because of him.
I like that he's still got that gauze on his face.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
No problem. So, as you can tell, loyalty missions are going to be a big thing coming up. You can see there's already a growing number of them.
So, Gabby, what do you think of our new Quarian boss?
Hush, she's right over there.
Ah, she can't hear us with her head in that bucket. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful bucket. The whole suit is lovely, quite snug in all the right places.
You know I can hear you.
Huh.
Ken, stop being such a pig.
Back for more? Get a knife stuck in the right way, and you can pull that plate right off a Krogan's head. It's the best way to get a Krogan to talk. The threat of it drives him mad.
I guess he's run out of...
Me and the buddy were hard to take out this one guy, Matthias, I think. Hell, I forget. Turns out it was a trap. We got jumped by a hit squad. 2 Batarians, a Krogan, and a Hanar. Damn jellyfish nearly choked me to death. Wore a neck brace for weeks to cover that up. Haven't underestimated a Hanar since.
Alright, let's get out of this silly-looking dress. And feed my fishies. Yeah, they added a, interestingly, they added a second, dress. Which, not sure why. And yeah, I'm going back to the hoodie. Naturally. So whose loyalty mission should I do next? I think I probably will do Jack next. Warp ammo is really good. Well, there's armor-piercing ammo. For an ammo power, shredder ammo is probably the ammo I would that would work best for me. The flashbang grenades don't really do much for me. Inferno grenade, nah. Reeve is actually really good. I might save up for Reeve or energy drain. Tech power, it's useful against shields. The one thing that I, as a biotic, can't do a damn thing about. Fortification's good. I might do Jacob next so I can get barrier temporarily. Regardless, that will be all for this episode, I think. Alright. Despite the refinement and sophistication of Asari culture, criminality remains a fact of life. The Asari solution to the most vicious and destructive criminal element is the Justicar Order. Justicars are an Asari class of virtually untouchable extrajudicial executioners operating almost exclusively within Asari territory. In the last decade alone, Justicars have smashed dozens of criminal rings inside Asari territory, operated by Asari and non-Asari alike. Their methods range from subtle where possible to brutal where necessary. Trained for extreme strength, biotic capacity, resourcefulness, asceticism, and ruthlessness, the fanatical Justicars are romanticized and feared throughout Asari society. Although Justicars generally work alone, their effectiveness arises from the huge body of knowledge they can access. Any Asari who enters the ranks of Justicars has already spent centuries in a combination of criminal investigation, military intelligence, and combat experience. The collective body of Justicar knowledge exceeds even that of the Spectres. Justicars tend to be independent, requiring little help, but also scorning it, since such advanced skill and experience usually travels with a powerful ego. The conflicts presented by such arrogance prompted the Justicar Order to develop the Oaths of Subsummation. The Oaths pledge protection of the innocent, the punishment of the guilty, and defense of common law and the norms of Asari society. The effect of the Oaths is conservative, ensuring that Justicars respect the existing distribution of Asari power, rather than staging a coup to rearrange society according to Justicar satisfaction. Nevertheless, the possibility of such an attack is a source of anxiety and counterintelligence among the Asari elite. Of all the pledges, the third Oath of Subsummation is sworn the least of any of the oaths. Requiring a Justicar to swear loyalty that overrides the dictates of even the Justicar Code, the third oath is usually invoked in matters where even the black or white thinking of Justicars is forced to concede the existence of gray. Alright. So now I will sign off. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.